Singapore's manufacturing sector contracted for a second straight month in May, but the pace of decline eased slightly. The Purchasing Managers Index edged up 0.1 points to 49.7 from April. Now, a reading below 50 signals contraction. May's data shows a mixed performance with better factory output helping the slower decline. But one analyst says the Future Business Index, which remains in contraction, is a sign that companies remain cautious. He adds that this could bring about challenges in the second half of the year.
The Future Business Index is a little bit more worrisome in that it shows a little bit more hesitancy on businesses because they are not seeing their customer being as optimistic. So that will lead to new orders flow, perhaps if the news flow continue to stay negative, translate to lower new orders, and that in turn will impact backlog orders and clearly also output and employment in subsequent months.
Mr. Song adds that most businesses are holding off on expanding headcount due to softer market conditions. Caitlin Ng speaks to industry experts and recruiters on how the manufacturing sector is adapting its hiring strategies to stay agile.
As the world counts down to the 9th of July deadline for US-imposed tariffs, the uncertainty is casting a shadow over hiring in trade-reliant sectors.
Fresh grads may find it a little bit harder securing their first job as companies are holding back on hiring and there's a bit more uncertainty around expansion. Mature workers may also face some risk from downsizing or restructuring of operations.
For Singapore's manufacturing sector, the employment index for May edged up to 49.5, but remained in the contraction territory.
Companies are taking a longer-term view, taking longer and adding more considerations and steps before they decide who to hire and filling only the business-critical role, which I think is understandable. And we saw jobs mainly in automation, data, or sustainability-related functions.
Mr. Mark adds that firms aren't rushing to cut jobs, but are shifting their hiring strategies.
There's definitely an obvious swing to contract or project roles. I believe is going towards more flexibility to maintain their nimbleness and also to using contract flexible staff to maintain the key initiatives alive and allow more adjustment based on the signals and requirement.
Recruiters say that while contract and fractional work may not be new, it's become more relevant than ever, especially in today's muted hiring climate.
On one side, we could say that this also contributes to lesser new permanent job openings, which is partially true. But we could also see that as an opportunity for people who are between work. Right? Because Singapore's overall unemployment ratio is still low. So the number of people who are between jobs isn't dramatically high. It allows those people an opportunity to re-enter the workforce.
He adds that such flexible work models are especially valuable for smaller firms, helping them maintain morale and continuity in uncertain times.